Yeah, good morning, everyone. This morning, I want to speak on something that has really been touching me, to be sincere, and it's about making our judgments based on emotions. And I've seen so many people that had been affected by making by quick to make judgments based on emotions instead of us as people to think outside the box, put everything to proper perspectives, but we're quick to judge based on emotion because and most times we judge based on what is going on around, what's the position of the masses, what's the population of the populace, and we quickly run to make judgments based on that. And it has really affected people's destiny, people's life in one way or the other that we don't really know. Many people are walking here and there, but they're dead corpse walking around because of our judgments about them, which most times has really affected people's destiny, to be sincere. And why am I saying this? Some years back, and I'm going to link it up with this guy's death, Mobad. Now, I've never at any point in time made any comment about his demise and all that, but lately, my mind has always been drawing towards that direction. And when it started initially, people made a comment, oh, this guy was the one who quiet Mubad and all that, Nairamaly. And let me build a foundation on Nairamaly, how will I put it now? My own person concerning Nairamaly. Now, those days when the Nairamaly movement was coming up, the Malians, yeah, when the Malians started, there are some guys, girls around my area back in Abuja, in Dusalaji. Yeah, of course, because probably because they are Yorubas. So they started all these, we are Malians, we don't wear bra, we don't wear pants, all those trash, rubbish. To be sincere, I beat them often when I see them misbehaving. At some point, some guys will come to their house to come and rape them. People will quickly rush down to my house and come and call me to come and rescue them and bring them out from that situation. And I tried everything possible to put these girls on the right track, advising them, telling them what to do and what not to do at that point in time. But there's little to what I can do because these are girls of over 15, 16 years, 17. Yeah. So there's little to what I can do about that. And at that time, I kicked against it completely. I kicked against Nairamaly and everything he does and everything. I kicked against it, so I never loved it for once. Now, fast forward, immediately the issue comes or the issue came up that mobile fine. I immediately, in my own wisdom, with the way I think, because I do wide thinking about things when it happens. I go to the left, to the right, to the forward, backward. I think all around and try to make my own judgments on any issue. So at that point, immediately it happened that people started saying that Ramali was involved and all that. I said, even though I don't like this guy from onset, that doesn't mean I should join the bandwagon and say he was the one that really find this guy. Now, what am I trying to say is, but everybody quickly rushed down. You should bring down Nairamaly's songs on heavy radio stations and all that, blah 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 blah. And I was like, people are going in the wrong direction. Why are people so emotional to judge this guy? Why are people so in a rush to judge this guy wrongly? This is a wrong judgment. This guy does not have anything to do with this issue, with this matter. And people went ahead, he's alive. You can do it. So started bringing up different narratives of what has happened in the past and all that. I said, this is bound to happen. This is normal. It is common in that industry. It is common. But people felt no. And I try to let people know that I am a born again child of God. I'm a child of God. I don't have anything to do with these songs. It is just recently, people that knows me very well, they will tell you, recently I got to know the difference between Olamide, Davido, Wizkid. I don't know who is who before now, to be sincere. So it's difficult for people to understand that, you mean you don't know who is Bado, who is, I say, how will I know? I don't listen to the song, so I don't watch them. I don't know anything about. I'm not that social. I'm not the social type. To be honest, I'm sincere with you. If I stand where they are singing their music, sometimes I wonder what are they singing, and I'll see people singing the song, vibing to it. But me, I'm not hearing anything they are saying. Someone said once said to me, said, it's because you don't have anything to do with this kind of music. That's why you don't really know what they are saying or singing. So now it got to the point that people, they brought him down to the point that his music was no longer heard on here, and it went like that. And today I saw a video of Oriyomi Hamzat that now said, okay, he's sorry for whatever comment he has made about him in the past, that his songs should be played on the radio henceforth. And he played the music, started playing the music. And I was like, just that simple, say I'm sorry for what I've done and what I've said about you in the past, and so we can start playing your music. I said, just like that. You do realize how much, if not that this guy is a strong guy, because I say he's a strong guy, because it was to be another person, somebody would have gone and committed suicide. But this guy is so strong that he's still there. Every day you keep hearing so many things about his name and all that. So, but he is still there, walking on the streets. So, please let us not judge people by what everyone is saying. Try to sit down on your own. Think why. When you hear a story, don't be quick to judge. Please. It happened to what's the name of this man now? Akpabio, the Senate president. And what's the name of this woman? This senator, this lady from Kogi Central. Now, people were quick to judge and say, hey, Akpabio did it. Blah, 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 blah. Up to this very moment, I was telling people, I said, if truly somebody has harassed you sexually, it should be the one in court. It shouldn't be the reverse. The one you accused has gone to court, the wife has gone to court, but you are still there enjoying the social media noise and all that backups, and you have not approached any court to say, no, this guy did this, and tender your evidences and all that till tomorrow. And people are so blind to all these things. And I once asked somebody, I said, let me ask a question, that if it is my wife was beside me and somebody was making sexual uh, harassment to my wife, is it possible that I keep quiet? Is it possible I will keep quiet that somebody is harassing my wife sexually and I keep quiet and say, because of whoever you are? I don't understand. And I said, I gave an instance again. I said, okay, let's assume that I was not there and it happened. My wife did not tell me on getting back home, and after a year or two, she now came up with us with such a thing. Believe me, honestly, I would have sent her packing. And everybody was quick to judge and say, Fabio did it. I said, wow. How? Now, let's assume that Fabio has, because of people were making noise, okay, he should resign, he should leave the position, he should do that, he should do this. If he had left his position as the Senate president, what would have happened? So there won't still be any case in courts, anybody going to court to say, okay, you did this, come and prove yourself, come and prove your innocence and all that. We've seen very many cases of people who have been accused wrongly. In football, we've seen some guys that have been accused of sexual harassment and all that, and their career ended as a result of that. And at the end of the day, they found out that they are innocent. They didn't actually commit the offense. We have seen so many cases like that in football, outside football. So now, if we've seen so many cases like that, and eventually at the end of the day, their career went down, all because of false accusation, should we now continue to allow this to thrive? If anybody is coming up with any accusation, let us think outside the box. Look at the factors, look at the circumstances that surround the situation before we go and make judgments. Please. I am not a lover, I'm not a fan of, what is it called now? Nairamaly. But I'm human. I am human, for crying out loud. So why will I watch somebody like me go and because I'm being accused of what he did not do, and at the end of the day, his career went down the drain? How will I feel? If if Nairamaly is my younger brother, how will I feel? It does not make any sense to me. So please, let us not be quick to run to make judgment about people. When I saw that thing, when they saw the video Oriyomi Hamzat made this morning, I was like, no, 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 no. Just like that. By now, I expect Oriyomi Hamzat to have invited him to Agidigbo and make him maybe ambassador, let him come and let him have that recognition that he needs to bring him back on board. You did everything. You make some, I don't know. I knew that he made he said he made some statements then, but that is not enough. You just saying you are sorry for what you said in the past, that should forgive you, but you should be the first person to start playing the music. It is not enough. If anybody can share this to Oriyomi Hamzat, please share to him. Let him see it. It is not enough. Bring him to your station. If it's making him ambassador, let it be. He is a victim of wrong judgments, emotional judgments. Let us not be emotional. When you are making judgment, let us not be emotional. Put emotion aside. Let's put emotion aside. We can't just continue to make judgment on people for what they did not do, and at the end of the day, you find you are beginning. If now why Oriyomi Hamzat could just quickly go to do this was because he has seen the light that this guy was not involved, does not have anything to do with his death. That's why I could come back to say this. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate at this junction. Please, when you want to make judgments, think, listen to other people's opinion. Don't rush to make judgments about people. I can't imagine if he's not a strong guy like that. Where would he have been? He would have been long forgotten. Let's assume the guy has gone to take his to by himself now. What would it be? What would the story be now that is beginning to be obvious, to be glaring now that it does not have anything to do from the outset? It does not have anything to do with his death. That we should know, and people, not that people we did not know, because we allow people who are trying to take to revenge on him. We allow that energy to get to us. We allow that emotion to get to us without really thinking. It is wrong. It is wrong. Please, let us not be emotional when we want to make your judgment about anybody or anything. Open your heart to really see, okay, by you opening your heart, you will be able to think wild and look at, okay, what are the likely things that could have happened? And that would help us. That will save others. We have seen cases of people who have been accused wrongly, and eventually they went up to commit a grievous what's it called now, offense. I mean, to commit a grievous offense is an offense even for you to take your own life. So to get that led to that. So it is wrong. Let us not judge people based on emotions. Leave your emotions aside. Everyone has emotions. But always when it comes to somebody's life, somebody's career, somebody's destiny, don't be quick to judge. Don't allow your emotions to overrule you. Please. Very important. Thank you very much.